Hello, Dr. Leslie Phillips here from the School of Intuition, and welcome to this first video in Awakening Your Intuition. In this series of short videos, I'm going to be giving you some hints and tips to help you open and activate and get access to your own intuition. Now, I've been giving intuitive guidance to people for over 20 years. And in that time, I've been asked a lot of questions. But by far, the most common question I'm asked is, what's my life purpose? Why am I here? What am I here to do? What am I going to do with the rest of my life? It's a really common question. And I believe we've all asked that at some point or other in our lives. So I'm sure that you have too. Why am I here? And rather than give you an answer, I would much prefer to teach you how to access the answer for yourself, how to connect with your own intuitive information so that you can chart your own course through your life. And having taught thousands of people how to access their intuition, I can promise you that this is completely within your reach. This is absolutely possible for you to do this. Every single human being is intuitive and can learn how to access their intuition. So it's absolutely possible for you to do this. Now, of course, I access my intuition all the time. I do it every day. It's kind of just a bit like breathing for me. And, it's my passion. I spend my time teaching people how to do this. But of course, it wasn't always the case. I trained as a scientist and I received training in how to design experiments, critical thinking, analytical thought. I was trained to think in a certain way, in a very logical way. And I also used to be a business negotiator. And it was my job to get the deal done at any cost. And it was a very, very stressful job, very high stress situation. And so during those times, I felt disconnected. There was something missing. I felt like I'd lost my connection with who I really was. And so I went on a search to find something that would make me feel better, that would give me that sense of connection. And what I found was I rediscovered myself, the inner being, the higher consciousness that I am, and also my way of accessing and communicating with that higher aspect of myself, which is my intuition. And so now I would love to share with you some hints and tips about how to do that. How was I able to make a change, and how can you make a change? So in order to help you do this, let's just spend a moment, if you would like to just focus on what I just told you about my own story and see, did it resonate with you? Are there some parallels between my story and your story? And where are you right now in your story? Are you feeling aligned and on purpose and on track? Or are there some questions? Do you know why you're here? Do you know what you want to do with the rest of your life? Do you know what your life purpose is? And then let's just narrow it down to a couple of different choices, a couple of different paths that you could take, a couple of different directions that you could go in. And then what I'm going to invite you to do is I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and tune in to an area near your heart. There's an energy center, a little pocket of energy here. It's one of the seats of the soul where you are meant to reside in your body. So focus your awareness here and just notice what you notice. So you might tune into some light, some energy, some vibrancy. And as you continue to focus on that energy, it might increase in radiance. It might get brighter. It might get more excited. The light might become really clear. And you might sense a kind of magnetic quality to this energy near your heart. So tune into it for a moment. And then bring to mind one of the choices, one of the life directions that you decided that you'd focus on in this exercise. And then as you're focusing on that particular choice, continue to tune in to the energy near your heart. And when you hold that choice in your mind, does the energy become more excited, more radiant, more vibrant? Does it expand? Does it get bigger? Does it pulsate? Do you feel enthusiastic? Do you feel passionate? Do you feel like there's a magnetic pull tugging at your heartstrings, pulling you in that direction? Notice. And then let your focus on that particular direction or choice go, and switch to focusing on the other one. And do the same thing. Notice what happens in this energy center near your heart. What does it feel? Does it feel more exciting, more radiant, more passionate? Are you being pulled in this direction? Just notice what happens. It may become more excited and radiant, or something different might happen. Just see what happens for you. And then just take a step back from both of those choices and what happened in that experience, and notice which of the two directions felt the most compelling. Which one were you drawn to more? Which one was more exciting? Because you have just, in that very simple technique, tuned in to your higher consciousness. Your highest consciousness has communicated to you what is the path of its greatest excitement, which is the choice that it would love to go on. And of course, you, the body personality, you now have a choice. You can use your own free will in this, and you can go along for the ride with the radiant choice or not. But either way, you have a method now for accessing your intuition. That's really great for making decisions and making choices about your life direction, and you can use it for other things as well. And so just take a mental note to remember this and to put it into practice. And put in the comments below the video how that experience was for you trying that technique. We'd love to hear back. And if you would like to continue to explore your own intuition in more depth, then click on the link below and it will take you to some more exercises that you can do to find your main intuition style, your unique way of being intuitive. So click on the link and take the intuition quiz and find that out, and come back and share your comments about that as well. Now I'm going to sign off now, but I will be back very soon with another video in this series on Awaken Your Intuition. And next time I'm going to give you another hint and another tip, and I'm going to invite you to take place in a much deeper, lengthier teaching on how to awaken your intuition.